Life is exactly like a game.
You've got a very important choice to make. You either make the rest of your life the best of your life, or you settle for what is and live in your excuses.
Anticipate the wall. You're going to hit it.
Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You are a genius. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Gaur Gopal Das. Also, if you want to learn to have more confidence, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
It's easy to make a buck, very hard to make a difference.
It's quite amazing how we work ourselves up so much with increasing the standard of living that we forget to increase the standard of our life.
And whenever you're updating to a higher version of yourself, you have to be able to give the best of yourself to it. Life is exactly like a game. Why should we be discouraged when we have the support of meaningful friends and family? Why should we be discouraged when there are powers higher than us to help us? Why should we be discouraged when there's still life left? Why should we be discouraged when the final whistle has not been blown yet? The truth is that many of us blow the final whistle ourselves by giving up. But as long as there is life, nothing is impossible, and it's never too late. Next time you feel discouraged, just remember that the final whistle is not blown yet, and you can still give your best. Never give up, and you will soon reach there.
Paul Newman, the legendary actor, had an amazing quote that I love to repeat. He said, "I check my pulse, and if I can find it, I know I've got a chance." You've got a very important choice to make. You either make the rest of your life the best of your life, or you settle for what is and live in your excuses. So you know why I would give up? You know what I'm deeply afraid of? I've got two. I've got a short-term fear and a long-term fear. My short-term fear is of disappointing people. My biggest short-term in-the-moment fear is disappointing people. That I would show up to an event and let people down, that I wouldn't give them value, that people would come and waste their time, spend their money, and I didn't give them value. I'm deeply afraid of it, and still am. I put pressure on these videos. I want these videos to be great. Every time I get in front of this camera and start making a video, I put pressure on myself that this needs to be the best video that I've ever done. I want to not disappoint you guys every single time. And there's this little pause, hesitation before filming, and I'll spend a couple minutes procrastinating because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of disappointing you and making a crappy video. I'll procrastinate, and then I'll do it. And I'll feel great doing it. But my biggest short-term fear is disappointing people. My biggest long-term fear is of regret. Is that I won't live my life. Is that I'll look back and say, I could have done more. I should have pushed harder. Because you rarely regret the things that you did. It's the things that you didn't do. The things you were too afraid to do. The actions not taken. That's what you normally regret. And so my biggest short-term fear is disappointing people. My biggest long-term fear is fear of regret. And those things, they fight each other. Right? They fight each other, because if I'm afraid of disappointing somebody, I'm not going to take the action that I should be taking, and then I'm going to regret it later on. And so I try to use that fear of potential regret to push me into action. To say, if I don't make videos today, if I don't do that speech, if I don't get up and make that presentation, if I don't do the thing that I'm afraid to do because of disappointing people potentially, then I'll regret it. And I'll put the pressure like, this is the video. This video right here, this is the video that's gonna blow up everything. That'll change the whole game for me. And if I don't record it because I'm afraid of disappointing somebody, I'm gonna regret that my whole life. And I make it so painful for myself that then I have to act. and that pain pushes me into action and out of procrastination mode. So if that's you, if you're afraid to take action, if you're thinking about giving up, I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. Step number 1 is what I call the pillow test. The pillow test is this. Before you sleep tonight, before you put your head on the pillow, this is gonna be you tonight. You're having great dreams. You made amazing progress. You're building an amazing world. You love your life, right? Before you do that tonight, before you put your head on the pillow, you have to do something that will make you proud. That's what I tell myself every day. Today, before I go to bed, I need to do something. Before I hit my pillow, I need to do something that makes me feel proud of myself. And this is something that only you can judge. You might get some small victory and post it on Instagram and get a bunch of adoration and congratulations, but do you feel great about it? Because that's all that matters. How do you feel about yourself is the entire game. Did you do something, even if it doesn't work out, even if you don't get results, it didn't work. Are you proud of yourself for trying? That's what I want. Every single day, you do the pillow test. Before you lie down, before you go to sleep, before the head hits the pillow, are you proud of the effort that you put in? Step number 2 is what will you regret? What will you regret when you're 95 years old, when you're, at the end of your life, it's over? What will you look back and say, I wish I did this. I wish. Start your sentence with I wish. I wish I what? When you're 95 years old. And feel the pain and the heaviness of that. That you could have done something, that you were great. You're Michael Jordan level talent at something, but you didn't do it because you were afraid. What is that thing? And now the great thing is you still have a chance. You still have an opportunity. You're not 95. You're not at the end, right? You can still do something and take action on it. If you can fast forward that much and actually feel the pain, it'll give you the strength, confidence, motivation to actually go off and do the thing. I hate regret. I want to live my life with as few regrets as possible. And that means standing up to my fears and your fears and the things that are holding you back from taking action. And step number 3 is commit to someone immediately. Commit to someone immediately. As soon as you get an idea, you have this bold vision for yourself. I believe that the ideas that come to you when you're feeling bold, confident, powerful, unstoppable are actually the right ones for you. And then your head talks you down from doing them. Your head plays small. Your head only understands the world that currently exists. So it bases decisions based off of logic. And then you don't do the thing. As soon as you come up with that idea, commit to somebody else. You have to go then do it. Because you may let yourself down, but you won't let somebody else down. When you say, I'm going to show up to that gym and be there, I'm going to go and do that workshop with you, we're going to book that ticket and go see that event. You may not show up if it's only you, but you don't want to let somebody else down. And so use that to your advantage. The next time you come up with an idea, commit to somebody immediately. Maybe it's for tomorrow, next week, or next month, whatever, but you're committing to them so that you have to follow through. Now, I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I want to know, what are you going to commit to doing immediately? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video and you're going to take some immediate action, instead of just watching a video, give me a hashtag believe in the comments as well.
I talk to a lot of people who are about to have a breakthrough, right? They're about to have a breakthrough, but they have convinced themselves in here of one thing. And let me tell you what it is. They've convinced themselves that what they're going through, no one's ever gone through before. That their wall is bigger than everybody else's wall. That their difficulty, no one knows how hard it is. But you don't know what I'm going through. But you don't know my difficulty. You don't know my family. You don't know my heartache. You don't know my enemy. You don't know who I'm facing. You don't know this opponent. He's so manipulative. You don't know how the industry is. You don't know how the market is. You don't know the company I'm a part of. You don't everything that's said. You don't know my wife. You don't know my boyfriend. You don't know my husband. You don't know my parents. You don't know who I am. My difficulties are bigger than your difficulties. And that's why I can't overcome these difficulties. Let me explain something to you. You know what's dangerous? Is if you actually believe that. Because if you actually believe it, you are right. There's nobody else that can do any convincing for you. But it's in that moment. Look at Hollywood. You think everybody in Hollywood's a good actor? Honestly, I can name you 20 people that are terrible actors who have had a career of 20 plus years. You can as well. But they persevered. They believed they belonged in that space, even though how many auditions you think they got passed up on? You think in basketball, everybody's got a God-given talent? You think Steph Curry can jump like LeBron James or Vince Carter? I would say Vince Carter's got God-given abilities. I don't know if Steph Curry's got the same kind of God-given abilities as LeBron or Vince Carter or any of these guys. In baseball, you think everybody's got this perfect 20/20 vision like Ted Williams had? It's a lot of guys that hit a wall that they had to overcome. A lot of guys that had to play AAA for a couple years before somebody picked them up. A lot of them. So is in business. But no matter what you're doing, anticipate the wall. You're going to hit it. And in those moments, whatever you tell yourself, if you convince yourself that the difficulty you're facing is harder than everybody else's and you buy it, you will stay where you're at. But if you convince yourself that whatever wall you've hit, other people have overcome it and so can you, you go through that wall as well.
If you want another amazing video highlighting excellence in the Indian community, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.